3:09, of course, Laura won. Big race, very fast race this indoor season, and then eyes all turning towards Tokyo for her and indeed others, and it's left the way for somebody else to come and step in and take this title. Who will it be? And Britain with two contenders, Holly Archer and Katie Snowden, a bit like in a lot of the other events, the new names I know to many people watching, but this is a very open final. No outstanding favourite. I think if you're in the camp of any one of those women, someone in their room or on the phone today will have told them you can win a medal today, and they wouldn't have been lying to them either. So you could justify an opportunity for every single one of them. So Muñoz of Spain, she's got much quicker very quickly this year, big personal best here. Hannah Klein, the Germans think that she's got a very, very good chance, and I think good 3,000 and 1,500 meter pace, good combination in these championships. Guerrero, well, at the other end of her career, the 31-year-old, very experienced Spaniard, very good indoor runner as well at 8 and 1,500 meters. If it's slow, she could still be dangerous. Barasevic, very experienced herself, finished 5th in these championships 2 years ago. Elise van der Elst, many people thought that she would be the main contender coming to these championships. I wasn't too impressed with her in qualification, but she could be much better here. By contrast, Holly Archer, in her first major champs running for Great Britain, says senior vest, did incredibly well, looked good, confident. Has got a great chance. Marta Perez of Spain, third Spanish athlete in here, and two Germans, Krause. Well, steeplechase, of course, her forte, the world bronze medalist, and knows all about winning European titles over the steeplechase, but not at 1,500 meters. But then Katie Snowden, and again, for Katie, good junior career and has had her injury problems over the years, not quite sure. I think she thought they were going to go without her there, so panicked. But she's fine, out onto the 9th spot. And just remind you, only 9, 13 in that men's race, which was too many. This is about right. So 9 women, 3 Spaniards, 2 British women, 2 Germans, Barasevic in there as well, and van der Elst of Belgium. Women's 1,500 meter final. So 7.5 laps of the track indoors. No real committed front runners here, but plenty who'll fancy their chances of kicking to a medal. So I'm really intrigued. Hannah, if you were advising the British girls, what would you have said coming into this?
I think that's remind everyone that all European 1,500 meter runners think they've got a kick, and that's what we're seeing here. They're just starting off nice and slow. It's just staying out of trouble and being within striking distance when the pace hits off. We saw Guerrero go with 600 meters to go in her heat yesterday. Holly did something similar. For me, van der Elst, she's got the fastest season's best by a long way, but she couldn't handle the change of pace yesterday. So I'm surprised to see her settling in again. I think that really didn't suit her yesterday. Geza Kraus, I'd expect her to do something. She's a longer distance runner. She doesn't have the leg speed of some of these other girls, but here we go. This is championship 1,500 meter running for you.
And this is where you have to hold your nerve, and indoors as well, you've got the added complication of bank track, people very close together, not so much space. And Holly Archer was right at the back now, just on the inside there. Holly's got great pace. Katie can finish pretty quickly as well. Krause just getting a bit nervous there, thinking, well, this is not what I came for. And she goes to the front, puts the brakes on. That's always dangerous. And you can see the panic just beginning to rise, everybody chopping and changing. And you're right, though, Hannah, you know, if you're good and you're strong, you don't want to run the whole of the 1,500 meters. That's a long way to be out in front. But once you've run a 76 first lap, first 400, let's get going. Let's get this thing moving.
This one, everybody wants the perfect position and nobody wants the lead, and that's what we're seeing here. We're just they're falling over each other to try and get what they think is the best position, and they're just waiting for someone to kick.
You know, and if you're not one of those whose plan it is to get it moving, like Holly Archer, you could just stay and wait and watch. But when you get through now the first 700 meters, then you've got to look for the position. You've just got to be ready for the break, because anyone at this point who steals 5-10 meters on you, then that's a big, hard effort you have to make to get that back. Katie Snowden in very good position. I'd like to see Holly Archer just begin to move out a little bit now, get on the outside, just in case an attack comes at this stage. She's close to the front, but she would have to go an awful long way around from where she is.
Oh, and I think Krauser's done that really well. I think Krauser's got herself in the perfect position, but it's, can you change pace at someone else's bidding? It's all right when you're doing the kick, but can you react to someone else's kick? And or maybe Katie's going to have a go. Oh.
Somebody's got to have a go soon, haven't they? The three Spaniards have been close. Krauser, Barasiewicz coming on the outside, and then Katie Snowden making a nice move. Guerrero, there's all the pushing and the shoving. There's the reaction. And you just got to be careful. Katie Snowden's still in a good position. Holly Archer still on the inside. Van der Elst just going through. Nobody's doing anything except pushing.
Just heart and mouth stuff. I mean, anybody that's watching, any parents or loved ones watching this is going to have the heart in their mouth. This is just too much. All right, they are going now. It looks like Guerrero's really put her foot down, but everybody is involved. Everybody can handle this right now.
Yeah, Holly Archer not in a good place and having to go around traffic. That's not the thing to do. And all of a sudden, the experienced Guerrero is struck from the front. Van der Elst trying to give chase. Barasiewicz trying to go past the other two Spaniards. Holly Archer has just been always trying to get through on the inside, not able to. Blocked off again. So Guerrero really trying to go a long way from home here. It's a long, hard run. There are still chances here for a medal. Holly Archer once more goes through on the inside. She's moved into fourth place now, but the front two have gone. Has she got the legs to chase them? It's Guerrero and Van der Elst well in front, 5 meters away. Van der Elst now with that long run from home, giving herself a chance. Perez is there, Klein trying to get back, but Holly Archer moves into third. It's Van der Elst going for gold for Belgium. Guerrero spent and gone. Can Holly Archer get second? Van der Elst about to take the gold. Klein is finishing quickly, but Archer gets the silver for Great Britain. Klein the bronze. Well, congratulations to Van der Elst. She came here as the fastest. It was an awful race. She nearly fell herself 2-3 times. And I'm just going to say something here, Hannah. If they disqualified Borkowski in that semi-final, there was so much pushing and shoving in this race. About 6 of them could have got disqualified. I suspect what they should do, rightly, is just accept it was because it was slow. Once the race got going, big effort from Guerrero, paid for it in the end, but well done, Holly Archer. She got into about 5 different impossible positions, and a bit like Tom Cruise, she got out of it.
Van der Elst, she looked a lot better today than she did yesterday, and that's what I expected to see this championship. She's so much faster than everyone else, and I feel for Guerrero. This is what she did in the 800 in Glasgow. She really went for it and then faded and was out of the medals, and just to see that happen again is really tough for her. But hats off to Holly. She held her nerve and she just kept fighting all the way to the line and rewarded with a fantastic silver medal.
I mean, how many times did she run into a wall or almost step on the curb or almost fall over, and still she gets a silver medal? She might think, you know, could I have won that? I mean, you shouldn't think that when you've won the silver medal. It's a massive achievement for her, but a scrappy, tough race, and she came through it.
I think Van der Elst, she navigated that really, really well. She kept herself wide, she kept out of trouble, and yeah, like I said, that's what I expected her to look like this weekend. And you can see Hannah Klein really chuffed to pick up that bronze medal as well.
Katie Snowden came through in 6th place in the end, but Van der Elst, the one who managed to have the legs in the end, and that was it was one of those classic kind of slow, bang, away you go, and hard right to the line from that point. So well done to her. Time irrelevant. Gold medal for Belgium, but a superb silver medal for Holly Archer. And you know, we were talking about Holly. She's based in the US, SMU in Texas initially, and she said it was always a dream since a young girl to come and represent Great Britain. Well, now she's actually won a medal for Great Britain, and it's going to mean an awful lot to her. Cambridge girl, works in pharmaceutical marketing, and she's been holding down a job as well. I know her company have been very helpful to her in the last year or two, which she says has been a massive help to give her the chance to train and try and see herself as an elite athlete. I mean, I know a lot of people just think elite athletes are always got no jobs and don't work, but you can combine both. So well done to her. What a great sight.
No, it's fantastic from Holly, and she ran so bravely yesterday as well to get herself in the final, and she's just made massive steps forward this winter already, an outright PB, and just walking away with a senior medal like that. I mean, she's not going to forget that for a while. In a tactical, tricky race like that as well, that's so impressive. Really happy for her.
Well, Holly Archer almost following Laura Muir's footsteps, if you like, but for her, I think this was a massive silver.